In many auto accident situations, people want to know what happens if I'm involved in an accident with someone that doesn't have auto insurance, or if I'm involved in an accident with someone that flees the scene and it becomes a hit and run and there's no auto insurance. What do I do then? Well, I'm attorney Robert Gluck, and I've been helping people answer that among other questions involving auto accident cases for over 32 years. I've been doing that here in Plantation, in my Plantation office, and I also have an office in Naples, and I handle these cases all over the state of Florida. So, there are many drivers in Florida that don't carry auto insurance. So what do you do if you're in an accident with someone that doesn't have any insurance, or in unfortunate situations where someone hits you and then they take off and you have no idea who they are? Well, there's a type of insurance coverage that you could purchase on your own policy that would protect you in that situation. Because obviously, if the other driver flees the scene and nobody knows who they are, or if the other driver doesn't have any insurance coverage, you're not going to collect money from them. You can't get blood out of a stone. So if they don't have coverage, or if you don't know who they are, you need to carry uninsured motorist coverage. Uninsured motorist coverage stands in the shoes of the other driver in the event that they don't have coverage. That will help compensate you for your pain and suffering, for your past wage loss, for your past medical bills, for any future damages that you have for wage loss or for medical expenses and pain and suffering, and all of the elements of damages that you'd be entitled to collect if the other driver did have insurance. For the most part, if they don't have insurance on the other side and you don't carry uninsured motorist coverage, you're not going to collect anything. And in fact, you're not even going to find a lawyer to take your case in Florida. Because then what would happen is you'd have to file a lawsuit against someone, get a judgment against them if you win, and then have a piece of paper that says they owe you money. It's a very friendly state for people that owe money, because you can't touch their house if they're the head of their household. You can't garnish their wages. And if they don't have bank accounts and boats and airplanes and extra property, you're not going to collect money from them. And in fact, if they had those things, they probably would have had enough insurance coverage. So the rule of thumb is, if the other driver has no coverage, or they flee the scene and we don't know who they are, you need uninsured motorist coverage. And it's also called underinsured motorist coverage, because you may know who the other driver's insurance company is and they may have coverage. Let's say they carry $10,000 of liability coverage, and because they caused your accident, you went to the hospital and you end up with a $30,000 hospital bill. They have coverage, but they don't have enough coverage. Their $10,000 isn't enough coverage to compensate you for your injuries. At a minimum, it's not even enough to cover the medical bills in that example. So then your company would step in as your underinsured motorist carrier and pay the claim above and beyond the other driver's coverage if they don't have enough. So, what do you do if you're in an accident with someone that doesn't have coverage? Make sure that you buy uninsured motorist coverage on your own policy to protect yourself from that situation. If you have questions about the type of coverage you should have, I'll be happy to review it with you for free. You can call me anytime at 877-GLUCK-LAW. And if you've had an accident and need some advice on what to do with an uninsured driver, you can call me anytime as well. You can click the like button below, subscribe to my channel to learn more, and I'll be available to help you anytime. Thank you and have a good day.